Hello everybody, this is Lionel, technical support with CHC, and thanks for attending today's online training session. And today I just make a simple presentation, which is mainly talking about LT700H GIS and PPK solution. Okay, so let's go straight to today's agenda. Okay, I will mainly talk about my presentation from 3 parts. The first one is the LT700H introduction. Then we will go to GIS solution. Finally, we will go to PPK solution. And firstly, please allow me to have a brief discussion of LT700H. And LT700H is a versatile Android-based tablet to collect two-dimensional high-quality data construction for precise service, precision GIS data collection, forensic mapping, construction layout, and the environmental service. And compared with the previous CHC GIS collector, the biggest improvement of LT700H is able to connect to N-trip to get a high accuracy RTK data for GIS user in the field. And from the picture, we can see on the back of LT700H, there is a right box with the internal GIS board and the external GIS antenna interface, which is used for collecting helix antenna, and also it is supported to collect the external geodic antenna with the external cable. But for external cable and the external antenna, there are additional accessories, and it's not included in the LT700H product kit. So here is the LT700H product kit. It includes one tablet, one helix antenna, and one Type-C USB cable, and one stylus, and one charger with several adapters, which is for different countries. Okay, so now let's move on to the key features. The LT700H is provided with Android 8.1 GMS certified with 4 GB RAM and 64 GB ROM. Also, it can support 4 constellations, including GNS, GPS, GLONASS, and BeiDou, so that it can get a less than 5 cm RTK horizontal accuracy, and in autonomous mode it can get within 1 meter's horizontal accuracy. And the 8-inch large display can ensure customers get a good vision experience in the field. And with the 5 megapixel front camera and the 16 megapixel rear camera, the users can get a high resolution video or picture in the field for GIS. With IP67 waterproof and 1.5 drop resistance, LT700H users can protect the LT700H extremely. With the 8,000 mAh internal battery, LT700 can work around 12 hours continuously, and also it can get full charging around 5 hours and a half. So now let's move on to GIS solution after the introduction of LT700H. So firstly, I will mainly talk about how to work with CHC LandStar 7 software with LT700H. So here are the main steps. Firstly, it's necessary to create a new project with defining the code attributes, then connect to receiver, then we go to survey. Finally, we export the data. And also for your better understanding, so today I just make a long video to show how to do all the procedure And the first step is set GIS code when you create a new project. Sorry for network latency. We are back now. Okay, so let's go through the video one by one. So firstly, just run the software, then go to projects to create a new project. Firstly, choose coordinate system, what you need. And here is important, we need to create a new code list. So we give a name, GIS. Then we go to the main interface. So for this screen, we can see on the top, we can see there are 3 tabs: point tab, land tab, and the Polygon tab. So just represent the 4 different codes. So firstly, let's focus on point code. Okay, before you create a new code, it's necessary to create a new catalog for managing the codes. If you have, if in the field you have many codes to survey, it's better to create a category to manage it. So here, I just added the tree category. After I create a new category, then I started to create a new code under this category. So for the tree code here, I just set different tree types. So firstly, I set the read map of this tree as the point code, and I give a description with the head of this tree. So I just type 2 meters. And for category, yeah, I choose tree, what I defined before. And also here there is style for point. So we can choose tree this style and it defines the color and adjust the size and what you need. Okay, so here there is the important thing for field. And this is the field manager for point. You can see there are many default field: name, description, media, local, age, and code. And also, if you want some more, you can add it by yourself. Click add to add a new one. So in this interface, we can see there are many items. The first one is the field name. So we can, so here just set location, just describe where I survey. And also there is the alias. This means just the abbreviation. Actually, it's not too useful for this function. You can use the default. It's off. And for field type, it includes type integer, decimal, text, yes or no, and data. Here, because I will describe the location, so I will choose text. And for default value means When you serve before you survey, you can set the default location. So when you survey, you can directly to choose just to save the time for saving time. So here I just input building D. And for value list, this item, you can add many new locations for the area. So when you survey, you can directly need to select it. So I just input building D, then building C, and building A. Actually, when you survey, it's by yourself. And for last two items, remember input. That means, and the first time when you survey, you need to input a location. You can set maybe a building E, yeah. And then the second time when you survey, you don't need to input. Just if you turn it on, just choose it. It will be remembered by the software. And for obligatory, it means for default value, you must input some value. If you leave it back, you cannot accept this creation. If you click OK, it will not be accepted. So you must input something here. Yeah. So after the creation finished, we can go back. Click OK. So now we finish the first code or point code. So now I will add one more for point code to let you understand more. So I just add sorry. I just a new code. I just set a pomegranate tree as a last point code. I also give the same description, 2 meters high, and the same category because they all belong to tree this type. And for style, I choose the same style. Also, you can, if you want to use a large, it's okay. And it defines color and adjust size. And for the field, currently there's no need to create a new one. Okay, so now we just finished the point code. So let's move ahead to line code creation. So I switch to line code. Yeah, so the same procedure as point code. You firstly just create a new category for managing the codes when you survey. Oh, sorry. So for line code, I just set a road category. Then create a new one on the road category. I click new one. For first code, I will set a small road as the line code. So we call it valley, any, sorry. And here just ignore the description because yeah, I choose the road category. And for style, there are many line style. Just choose what you need. And they define color and just white. Sorry, because there's something wrong, so I need to switch to a larger view so I can control the play of this video. Okay, let's go ahead. So then we go to field. So here, there's a difference. And in field manager, there is a difference as point codes. There is nonce, this default field, because for every line it has nonce. So this is as default. Okay, so here I will not add the new field because it's same as point codes. So for saving time, we just skip this step. Okay. Okay, we go back. So then I finished the first line code under the road category. So then I want one more, create a new one. So now I just set main road and the last line code. Choose the last line style. And select the color, the white. And for the field, the same. Just have a look. Then we go back. So after this, so we go ahead to Polygon. We switch to Polygon. So the same procedure. Create a new catalog category. So here I just set lawn, and I create a new code. I give a name as BD lawn, just the name of this lawn. Then choose the category we set before, and here choose the default style, color, and here in the field manager there's a lot of difference as the point code from point codes and line codes, because for the square, I mean for the polygon, it has the area and the perimeter. So here is default. There is default. So here we need to note, it's a little important. Okay, let's go back now. So after create all kinds of codes, so now we finish the GIS codes with the project. Now let's go back to the main interface. Okay, so just select GIS. Then click accept to accept this list. Then click OK to finish this project creation. Okay, so now we finish the project with GIS codes. So here you can see it's fixed solution, because before I have collected the LT700H to untrip, so it can get fixed. But I will not show you how to do untrip, because today just for GIS solution. Okay. So let's move to so next step is connected to LT700H. So here, in the manufacturer, we need to choose CHC, and device type, choose local, device name, choose LT700H, and collection type, which is local. And for user tuner, for this option, you can turn it on or turn it off. If you use external tuner, you just turn it on. If you use the attached helix tuner, just turn it off. Don't need to use it. So here, because I'm using external tuner, so I turn it on. Then I choose the corresponding tuner type. Yeah. So after that, I can click collector. Yeah. So now I establish the collection with the LT700H. So next step, we go to survey tab and click map to go to survey, and click settings. So here there are two options we need to check. And the first one is the quick code. This option we need to check. If we check, then we can in the main interface, survey interface, we can see there is a panel. So we can directly to switch the code to see where we. So this is very important. And another option is promote for attributes. If we check it, so every time when you finish the 1 point survey, this promote will pop up. Then we can do some pictures, do some video to record the current point. So firstly, check this one, then check another option. Yeah, so we go back, then we go back to the main interface. So now we start to survey. So firstly, let's start the survey with Polygon codes. So firstly, I just switch to Polygon codes. Then I select BD loan I preset before. And for this loan, I will survey with 4 color points of this loan, then to reference for this loan. So firstly, I will start to survey the first color point. I click survey. Here, there's the icon. 5 seconds observation. Yeah. Then I move to a last color points. Yeah, and survey it again. Next, I go to the third point. And survey it again. So after 3 points measurement, we can see the style now is displayed on screen. Yeah. So the last point survey. So after 4 point survey, so now I completed this Polygon survey. So I will click this tick to finish it. Yeah. So when you click it, these promotes will pop up. So here are just all default fields before we set. And you can see all defaults. You can see perimeter, area, and media. So for media means picture, video, and voice. So we can do a picture to record this point, this polygon. Yeah. Go to picture, then take a picture. Yeah, it's high resolution for GIS, I think, LT700H. So after that, we go back, then click save. So now we finished the first Polygon known survey. Okay, the second part is to survey with line codes. Actually, the procedure is similar, but let's go through it. Anyway, yeah. So I switched to line codes. So in line codes, it has 2 codes. Any member I preset before. So firstly, I choose LE. Yeah. Then I'll survey this road along the center of this road, just along the center. Firstly, I survey point from the beginning. Then go ahead. Yeah. So now I need to turn right. Then go ahead to finish the last point for this road. Yeah, so that's it. So I finish this line, then I click tick to complete it. Also, I make a video, make a picture, sorry. Yeah, this road, yeah, there's turn here. Okay, so save it again. And after this road serving, then I switch to main road. Yeah, I switch to main road. The survey, start to survey. Speed up. Yeah. Yeah, here I turn right and turn left. Okay, so now I finish it. So same as before, take a picture. Also, you can take a video, but I didn't do it, sorry. I just take a picture. For video, same. You click video. Yeah, so this is the main road of our park. Okay. So now I just finished the line survey. Then we move to survey, or we go to survey with the point codes. Actually, it's much easier than before because it's just 1 point survey. So firstly, I switch to read map hole and then start to survey here. Yeah, here we need to, sorry. And I think as you remember before, when I create a new field, created codes, I create a new field as the name is location. So here it will display. You can see it's building C, its default value, and also you can click this icon to choose another default value. So, but here I'm at building C, so I use default. Yeah, take a picture as well. Yeah, read maple. So then I go to survey the same read maple, another tree, same one. Okay, so here the default value I set, I choose one is building D. Okay, because the size I said is a little small, so we cannot see very clear. But it doesn't matter if you set it it's large, then we can see. Yeah, just to use the whole procedure. Yeah, no. So then I will switch to pomegranate tree. So I need to move maybe 30 meters to another building to survey this point. Yeah, a little slow. Let me speed up. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, take a picture. Okay, I think that's all this serving with codes. Yeah, the size is the same small, so just a point here. Yeah, the last step is to export the file. Actually, for GIS, maybe the most frequently used is zip file. Actually, I forgot one part is if you want to review the picture in the LandStar 7, you can go to features, this option in LandStar 7 to review it. But I didn't record it in the video, so just let you know. Yeah, export a shape file. So we go to project tab, then click reports option. Then we will find there are many reports. So for GIS, I think mostly used is shapefile. So I choose shapefile to export. Yeah. Also, you can export the DXF file. Yeah. And the fourth, there is a note. And the for shapefile here for coordinate system, because for some custom requests coordinate system, we need we have two coordinate systems. One is the current project coordinate system, another is WGS84 non-projection. That means without projection. In some area, customer will use it. But here, I just use the current project. Then I export to the internal storage of LT700H. And click OK to finish to export. After export, we need to go to File Manager to find it. Yeah, click Files. Then we can see. Then we will find the corresponding folder. Then we can see here all shapefile have been exported. Yeah. So that's the whole procedure for LandStar 7. So let's go back to the whole view. Okay. After export the data, the shapefile, for some customers, they need to input it to, sorry. Import to, they can import to ArcMap or AutoCAD. For DXF, they can import it to AutoCAD, and for shapefile, they can import it to ArcMap. So you can see the lawn and the road and the tree. We can see here. So it looks good. And then I will focus on the third-party software. Actually, because as I introduced to you, you can see LandStar 7 actually is not a completely GIS software, but RTK software. So for some GIS attributes, for some GIS solution, LandStar 7 cannot provide to customers. So some customers want to use their own professional GIS software. So they want to use LT700H to work with their software. So here, and also LT700H can support it. So here is the main steps how to use the service party software working with LT700H. The main steps, and for this step, firstly is to use the CHC GIS tool software to configure entry to log in RTK to get high accuracy RTK data. Actually, this is optional because for some customers for GIS, they don't want to use high accuracy data, so they don't need to configure entry. So just directly use third-party software to connect LT700H is okay. But for some customers, if they want to get high accuracy data, they need to use our CHC own JSON tool software to configure firstly, then run their own software. The second step is to run the third-party software to survey. Actually, most software just get Lima data from local Android service. And also one more note is if the third-party software wants to directly configure LT700H to login and trip, and we CHC can provide the SDK and to help them development. And here I just take a third-party software Topo Explore as an example, just to show you the whole procedure. So firstly, I just run the GIS tool software. Yeah, firstly run it, then I go to connector option, click it. Then in device type, choose local, device ID, choose the LT700H. Then click connector to finish collection. Here is connected successfully. Then we go to data different source to login and trip. So I input IP port source table, username, password, and click login. Then we can see here is logged. There's message logged, so we can go back to the interface to check the difference. Here, when for different data, there is some data coming. That means LT700H started to get a differential data, and then status will change it to float or fixed because I'm indoors, so now it's float. So then we finished to login and trip with the GNSS tool. So now we need to minimum the GIS tool and go to the third-party software to collector to get a high accuracy data. So just the minimum the GIS tool. Yeah. Then I run the top Express software. And for this software, I will not talk about in details because it's a professional GIS software. Yeah, so I just show you how to collect. Actually, it's very easy because you don't need to collect with port with anything else. Just because this software is very intelligent, so it just gets the Lima data from local Android service. So you just click survey, this tab. Sorry. Click survey, this tab. Then click this part. Then you will see here, you can get all centralized information and the solution now is float because it's FLRTK, it's float solution, and the position and the horizontal accuracy and the vertical accuracy. Yeah. So that's all for the third-party software. I will not show you how to survey with this software because it's not a CHC software. Some customers should be professional than me to use it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Yeah, so that's all for GIS solution. Yeah, with LandStar 7 with third-party software, I just finished. So then let's go ahead to PPK solution. This is the last part for today's training, and actually for PPK solution, the meaning of PPK here is stop at go for LT700H. And why some customer need to use PPK solution? Because for some area, customer cannot log in to Untrip, so cannot get a high accuracy data. So a customer can just use autonomous mode to survey, but they still want to use high accuracy data. So they can at the when they do RTK measurement, and at the same time they can do record the raw data, then use the post-processing software to process to get a high accuracy data afterwards. So here are the main steps for recording PPK data for LandStar 7. Here main steps. Firstly, is to record the PPK data in LandStar 7, and the second step is to export the PPK data to the LandStar 7 project folder, and then we need to get the base data from the base or the layer code station, and finally we post-process the data with CHC GIS software to get a high accuracy data. Okay, also here I make a video to show you for your better understanding. Yeah, let's go it over. So for this video, just show you how to record the PPK data in LT700H. Yeah, firstly, as before, just connect to an LT700H. Click collector. Yeah. Then we go to survey tab, click PG survey, go to settings. Yeah, go to settings. And scroll down, and here we can see, sorry, there is an option. Sorry. Yeah, there is an option called Save PPK Data on Controller. We need to check it. After check it, then the PPK data can be recording. Yeah, we check it. Then, sorry. Then we check it here. Also, for observation time, it's up to you. You can define the observation time by yourself. So firstly, I just input 5 seconds as default. Yeah, I then click survey icon to start your survey. And now you can see it's on the autonomous mode, so accuracy is not good. Yeah, after I finish the first point, serving, RTK serving, and this PPK data will generate in the folder. Later I will show you in which folder. And then I go back to the settings menu. Then I adjust the observation time to 10 seconds. And also for if your base and the rover, the baseline is very long, it's recommended to add the observation time, maybe at least maybe 5 minutes. If the baseline is about 20 kilometers, 5 minutes should be enough. But here, because I just show you, so I didn't use too much long time. Yeah, so after I survey, so I go back and exit the software. Then I go to File Manager, Files, and go to Project, LT700H PPK. So now I can see this PPK data has been generated. So this PPK data, the format is HCN data, and also you can convert it to Redux for other software. But I'm not sure other software can get high accuracy, because the every software, post-processing software algorithm is different. Yeah, so you can find it here. Yeah, so let's go back to this interface. After I get the PPK data from LandStar 7, so now I need to get the base stack data from base or cost station. Then I can post-process data with CGO2. So here I will directly to show you how to post-process with CGO2 software. I didn't make a video, so I will directly to show you how to do. Okay. So firstly, you need to get the base data and the raw data. And here, as yeah, this is the a PPK data I recorded before. So I just put in this folder. And for base station, I will use this base station, and the baseline is 17 kilometers. I just put it here. So now let's turn on, run CHC GIS Office 2, this software, to post-process these two data. Yeah, firstly, also you can choose the previous project. Also, you can create a new one. So here we create a new one. Yeah, give a name. So this name is PPK project. Yeah, give a name. Oh, it's same project. So it's PPK demo. Okay. Yeah. Then we can go to the main phase. So here we need to choose the create coordinate system, because for my coordinate system it's WGS84. Yeah, it's correct. Ellipsoid is correct, but for the projection I need to change. My projection, the central metering is 121, and for the projection is the transverse Mercator projection is correct. And for other parameters, there's no need to change it, because all default, as what I said before. Then I confirm to finish the project changing. Yeah, so now I start to import the PPK data and the base data. So I click GIS tab, then I click import. Then I find the folder. Firstly is for base. Yeah, this base is from cost station. So I just download the static data from cost station. So I don't need to set up a base station in advance to get the data. Just directly download. Yeah, the observation file and the MFreeze file. Effect. Yeah. Then I choose it. Because this data is too big, so maybe need a half minutes, maybe. Yes. So here, when you import the data, you can see the station start time, end time, and duration, and for turn head. And actually, sometimes you need to change the turn head. But now this is from cost station, and I know all parameters. So I know the parameter, the head is 0, and I know the at manufacturer is the name. So this and turn time is correct. and the survey type is correct. I know it. So just use the default. It's correct. Then I click confirm to finish. Yeah, so now we can see this file has been imported successfully. So after import the base file, then I go to import raw file. Yeah, so this is raw file. Yeah, HCM, and also you can convert it to Linux. Yeah, but usually for me, just use HCM. Yeah. Yeah, for this data, you can see alternate head 0, but I'm sure when I survey, the alternate head is not 0, so I need to change it. So how to change? I have a TXT file, so I can check it. I go to the folder and the rover folder. I find the rover coordinates, rover, no, this one. A rover control points. This is the control points. So after post-processing, I need to compare, and then we can get the PPK accuracy. So you can know LT700H PPK accuracy, how good it is. So this is the control point, the NEH, and this attendant type is CHC A220. So here we need to choose CHC nav, and the attendant type is A220. Yeah, it's correct. So survey type is correct. So it's bottom. Yeah, and for attendant head, let's check the file. It's 1.49. So I input 1.49. Actually, it's just have an influence for head, but yeah, but we need to input it to check the head later. Yeah, the duration is 7 minutes, about 7 minutes, because the baseline a little long, 20 kilometers. So I just do a long observation. Actually, for 60 kilometers baseline, 7 minutes observation time is enough. This is what I get before. So then I can click confirm. Yeah, so now we can see two data. First is base data, static data, then dynamic data is PPK data. And then we don't need to configure actually. You can directly to process. We can see baseline, here is baseline. And solution is none because it's not post-processed. So now we can click go to GIS tab, and here we click process. Yeah, after processing, we can see solution get fixed. Yeah, and you can see the observation session is about 7 minutes, and the RMS is 5 millimeter. Actually, this is the inaccuracy, and later I will compare the outer accuracy. And you can see standard DX, standard error in X direction, in Y direction, and in head direction. Yeah, so now we can go to stations. For station, because this is the best station, we don't need to check. This is the PPK station, we can check. This is NEH coordinates. So I will open my folder to go to real world control points. Oh, yeah, I opened it before. So now we can directly to compare. You can see this is loss. This is 71, 77, and here is 71, 75, just 2 centimeters error. So I think it's acceptable for PPK, Actually, just 5 minutes, just 6 minutes of observation. And here for east coordinates, we can see here this point coordinates is 37.31, and here is it's pretty good. And because you can see just several millimeters, yeah. And also for heads, actually it's amazing. The same, it's 36, also it's 36. So for heads, actually just the millimeters level. So I think so for baseline is 20 kilometers and just 5 minutes observation. So this accuracy, I think, should be enough. It's acceptable. Yeah. So I just show you this how to post process. Okay. So that's it for PPK solution. How to record data, how to post process. Yeah. So let's go back. So I think that's all for today's training. Yeah. So let me check. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for listening.